Good morning, students. Today we discuss the topic that is decentralization in India. We noted that the federal governments have two or more tiers of government. We have discussed so far about the central government and the state government. Next, we discuss about the third tier of our vertical power sharing, that is local government. Our country India is very vast. Our states in India are as large as independent countries of Europe continent. In terms of population, Uttar Pradesh is bigger than Russia. Maharashtra is about as big as Germany. And many of these states are filled with diversities. So to run the administration of these large states, there is a need of the third tier of government, that is the local government. In chapter 1st, power sharing, we discuss in Belgium that community government is there on the local level, and we adopted the principle of local government from Belgium. So today we discussed about the third tier of our vertical form of power sharing, that is known as local government. So first of all, there is a definition that what is decentralization of power. When power is taken away from central and state governments and given to the local government, it is called decentralization of power. So the first question or the first concept, that is the definition of decentralization of power, when some powers is taken away from the two top level, central and state government, and given to the third, that is local government, that is known as decentralization of powers in India. Next is that what is the need for power sharing within the states. Due to the large size, large population and diverse states, these are the three major regions on which we can say that there is a need of decentralization in our country India. Thus need for a third tier of government, which is called the local government. Here is the concept that what are the reasons behind decentralization, what is the need of decentralization. People have better knowledge of problems in their localities. It is fact that local people, they are well aware about their problems and the effective solution of those problems. People have better ideas on where to spend money and how to manage things more efficiently. Democratic participation. People directly participate in the decision making, so it increases the participation of people in democracy. The best way to realize one important principle of democracy, local self-government. Actually, this local self-government was the dream of Mahatma Gandhi, a Ram Rajya, Swaraj. Best way to realize one important principle of democracy, that is local self-government. Thus, problems and issues are best settled at the local level, and it also reduces the burden of work over the central government. So these are the important reasons behind decentralizations. Next, we discuss that about the 73rd and 74th amendment, which took place in the year of 1992. 73rd amendment was belonged to rural local government, and 74th amendment was related to the urban local government. Constitution was amended in 1992, make the third tier of democracy more powerful and effective. Some of the features are. So what were the difference in the condition of local government before 1992 and after 1992? Before 1992, local government were directly under the control of state government. So before 73rd or 74th amendment, local government was under the control of state government. Elections were not held regularly. It was the problem of local government before 1992, and elections were controlled by the state governments. But after the 73rd amendment was related to rural local government. So what were the changes in the condition of local government after the 73rd amendment? That local governments have got some powers of their own. Elections after 1992 held regularly, and the last one is that an independent state election commission is responsible to conduct the election. So these were the major changes which brought up by the 73rd and 74th amendment in the condition of local government. So what are the features? Constitutionally mandatory to hold regular elections to local bodies. After the 1992, after the 73rd and 4th amendment, now it is constitutional mandatory to hold the elections for our local bodies. Reservation of seats for SCs, STs and OBCs, and at least 1/3 of the all positions should be reserved for women. An independent institution called State Election Commission has been created to conduct Panchayat and municipal elections. Sharing of power and revenue between the states and the local bodies. So these were the important provisions which took by 73rd and 74th amendment in the year of 1992, and it created a new condition. It made powerful local government in our country, India. Next one is, we are talking about here that rural local government. Rural local government is popularly known as Panchayati Raj. So what is Panchayati Raj? Rural local government is popularly known as Panchayati Raj. Each village or a group of villages in some states has a Gram Panchayat. It is the decision making body for entire village. In our villages there is a Gram Panchayat, there is a Sarpanch and other panches belong to the several wards. So this is the structure of rural local government, and in the rural local government the most important organ, that is Jilla Parishad, and at the bottom that is the Gram Panchayat. So here we are talking about Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat has a Sarpanch or the president and other panches, several ward members elected directly by the adult population of the ward or the village. There is a body of adult population that is known as Gram Sabha. So all the members who are the eligible voter of a village, they are the member of Gram Sabha. Next, Panchayat works under overall supervision of Gram Sabha. All voters in the village are members of Gram Sabha. It has to meet twice or thrice in a year to approve annual budget of the Gram Panchayat and to review the performance of the Gram Panchayat. These are the important works of Gram Sabha. Here is the local government structure at the rural level, that is Jilla Parishad. It is working on district level. Panchayat Smiti, Block Smiti or Mandal Smiti is working at the block level, and Gram Panchayat is working at the village level. It is the structure of the rural local government which is working in our country, India. A few Gram Panchayats are grouped together to form Panchayat Smiti or Mandal Smiti or Block Smiti. Its members are elected by all the Panchayat members in that area. This Panchayat Smiti is working as the chain between the Jilla Parishad and Gram Panchayat. All Panchayat Smitis in a district together constitute Jilla Parishad. It is the most important organ of rural local government. Most of the members are elected members of Lok Sabha, MLAs of that district, and some of other officials of other district level bodies are also its member. Jilla Parishad chairman is the political head of Jilla Parishad. So who is the political head of Jilla Parishad? Chairperson. Jilla Parishad chairperson is the political head of our Jilla Parishad. Next we discuss about the urban local government, which is related to 74th amendment. 74th amendment was related to the urban local government. Students, by these two amendments I want to tell you that 29 subjects which were the part of state list, those subjects were transferred from the state list and given to the Panchayati Raj system and mentioned in the 11th schedule of our Indian Constitution. So this was the important change made by the 73rd and 4th Amendment in our Indian Constitution. Still, this urban local government and rural local government is working efficiently, but still there are some challenges before our local government. So let us start that in the urban local government there are also three important organs, that is municipalities, municipal council and municipal corporation. This is not working in our country India. Municipalities is set up in which city or towns in which the population is between 1 lakh to 10 lakh, and the municipal corporation is set up in those big cities, metropolitan cities, where the population is more than 1 million, that is 10 lakhs. Municipalities are set up in towns, big cities. Municipal corporations controlled by elected bodies consisting of people's representatives. Municipal chairperson is the political head of municipalities, is called mayor. Who is the political head of corporation or municipalities? That is mayor. Thus, constitutional status for local government has helped to deepen democracy in our country. It has also increased the women's representation and voice in our democracy. As we know that 33% reservation is given by our Indian Constitution to women in the local government. So it increased the women's representation and voice in our democratic system, and it also helped to deepen our democracy. Next concept is that what are the problems and difficulties of our local government. Students, there are several states which are exception in our country which has no Gram Panchayat, like Nagaland, Mizoram, Meghalaya, and all union territories except Delhi. These are the states in which there is no rural local government or the panchayats. So several difficulties or problems are faced by rural local government in our country India. First is Gram Sabhas are not held regularly. It is one of the most important problem before our rural or the local government, that all the members who are the part of Gram Sabha, this meeting is not held regularly. This is the decision making body of our village or in our local government. State government have not transferred significant powers to local government. Still there are some states which are not transferring the important or significant power to the local governments. Lack of adequate resources. Still the local government is depend on financial help over the state and the central government. Corruption is also major problem before our rural local or the local government. Elections are not held regularly. These are the several difficulties or problems which are faced by our local government. We are thus still a long way from realizing the ideal of self-government. So students, today we discuss about the third tier of vertical form of power sharing, that is the local government. What is the importance of local government? That it reduces the burden of work over the central government and the state government. People participate in decision making process. It deepened the ideal of democracy, increase the women's participation. We discuss about the 73rd and 74th Amendment, which is related to the rural local government and urban local government. What was the significant change which brought up by the 73rd and 74th Amendment in Indian Constitution in the condition of our local government. So this chapter is completed, and next we start the chapter political parties. Thank you and have a nice day.